to protect your soul.
Good morning, grasshoppers. Daily chess training at its finest. Slept so well last night. Took a melatonin. I do not recommend taking a melatonin unless you're going to sleep at least 8 to 10 hours. It was almost impossible to get up. And as a result, my stream was delayed. The Battle of the Titans here, Ron Hay versus Yeatenheimers. SLK Chess. Love the new YouTube channel. Good morning, our man in Mauritius. And we're watching our man in Toronto working over or attempting to work over our man in Sweden. Black has the slightly better pawn structure, but white has a space advantage with a great outpost square on d5 for his rooks. Interesting. Ron goes for the very weak square d3. In the most recent Chessable course by David Howell and Magnus Carlsen, they emphasize how difficult it is to really form a plan when there's less to do. Let's say you don't have an attack on the king, you don't have a definitive endgame advantage in this particular example. However, white is going to try grab even more space with f4. Remains to be seen if the e5 pawn I should say the e5 square can be taken advantage of. So the outposted bishop is now firmly entrenched. Good morning, Lauren J.W. How are you? Where is my blip? You're right. I think when Streamlabs was restarted. Let's see here. I'm going to see if it's in Streamlabs somewhere because I don't get my ding anymore. Right? Maybe it's in chat settings for me. Chat settings are always useful. I have everything expanded so I can read it slightly larger. All right, well, set your milestone higher, eh? Pretty please. Now white has a definitive advantage possibility with the passed pawn on d5, or he can continue to use the outposted rook. But which, of course, now we're down to queen and rook versus queen and rook. 3-1 on that side of the board. That pawn needs to start moving. Create any form of counterplay. Now the moment of truth. Blockading with the queen. One option. If you'd played queen e6, f5 would have ensued, and then it could have gotten a little dicey. However, it's not going to slow it down. So black has to be diligent about shoving, I believe. I don't think black can get any counterplay without that c pawn being advanced. Unfortunately, there's a bit of a touchdown involved here if we're not careful. Right now the pawn is on c3, so it can't be taken without giving up the f5 pawn. So it's a tough call whether or not we want to continue advancing the other pawns. Now we have a very definite threat, which can be countered by c2. After all, e6 cannot be pushed with a pawn on c2. Looks like black might have the better of this because of the pawn on c2. No guarantees, though. So he's going to reorder his forces with a queen on c8. But unfortunately, I don't think this was enough. c2 had to be played. There's an X-ray attack on the d7 square. So let's see, I was just looking at the line. e6, rook takes d6, e takes d7, rook takes d3, rook to e8, check, and then queens. And the c2 pawn is not queening. Or is it? One capture has to be made, I believe. Yeah, one capture has to be made. The problem is, if there is a real problem, that the pawns are advancing with a gain of time, either with check or by attacking a piece. Unfortunately, setting up the stream, albeit late. Good morning, Kingslayer Sloan. You are correct. I'm going to aim at 2250. We're going to keep it 100 points ahead, just like that Greyhound. Kingslayer Sloan, our YouTube editor extraordinaire. This has to be played, unfortunately. This is the awkwardness. The c2 pawn is being captured with check. But going back in this variation right here, c2 had to be played with the idea that after e6, d6, f6, we get to play queen takes e6, attacking the unprotected rook. So there's no desperado with queen takes c2. Unfortunately, this is our position now. And these two pawns are not really fast enough. Or are they? a5, a4. a3. Unfortunately, we don't get b3 in fast enough. King e3, a4. King d3, a3. King c2. No good. Yeah, this is awkward. The source of counterplay, the c-pawn, had to be shoved. There was no time to make moves against where you are weak. You had to be aggressive with your strengths. Yeah, this would normally be working if the king were on e3 right now, because b3 on the next move would be fatal. Actually, it wouldn't be working. Is this the last game going? Reload. Problem with hitting the back button is that you don't really see it. Ah, nice. Chess Coach Andres is streaming right now, right? He is. You are. So here we are. In this particular instance, Al Pacino's doing very okay with these pawns, I have to admit. Although nothing can be accomplished in isolation, I'm not sure if that's where the knight really wanted to go. I might have played knight to c3 check with the same intention. Knight to c3 check instead of knight to c7 may have gotten those pawns moving a little bit better, but he has a plan now that the king is drawn to c6. Knight to d4 check. Knight to d4 check is looming, and if it's captured, unfortunately now the black knight is within reach of the c8 square, so it's going to be much trickier to get these pawns through alone. In theory, if there were no knights on the board, a knight endgame is in theory the same as a king endgame, because the knights cannot gain or lose tempi. And if the knights cannot gain or lose tempi, uh-oh, here we go. The pawns just got started moving because the d5 square was taken away. Yeah, the knight wants to support these pawns from behind. Not unlike a bishop, where it can shift very easily around, get the pawns moving. Al Pacino's back in the driver's seat with these three pawns. King Cox the fourth. Is in action. Be careful on your approach, but it looks like the knight has no way to attack the white vulnerable pawns on the king side. So bringing the king closer seems ideal, or white could start winning on the other side of the board now. Believe it or not. By picking off those pawns, I would have considered knight e6, knight g7, and get a past h pawn, and then it's clear that black could resign. We missed our chance, perhaps, to force resignation. Of course, we could win with just these pawns, but having an advantage on both sides of the board would probably cement despair on the opponent's part. Well, Al Pacino definitely on the ball with double king side advantage. See, this would have been the same thing, except we'd be scarfing the pawns already on the king side. And this knight is on the wrong square to bother the g3 pawn. If there was a way to have checked and taken the g3 pawn and guarded that pawn, perhaps some counterplay would be there. But three pawns against a lone king can walk themselves in, using the white king as a tempo move. Let's go back in that game just for a moment, just to see where this transpired, right? A pawn on e6 is a relative eyesore. Ugh, to have to defend it that way. Oh no! Well, there goes the material. Did he have a chance here to go into absolute barnacle mode? Probably not. Probably not. Meanwhile, let's just see how that was, how that transpired. Now, what happened to the f3 pawn? Oh no, the f3 pawn fell. What's going on here? Oh, he decided for his knight activity. However, this would have been much easier to accomplish had he just pulled his knight out, guarded this pawn, and then performed a breakthrough with these two pawns in some fashion. But it's going to take a bit of work. These pawns are a little stymied. This one, though, has a nice wall. So that is a threat. Let's just see if we had that idea here. I guess f2 is the best move, unfortunately. There's just nothing to be done about it. Okay, so here's the moment of truth. Oh, he did not have knight c3. I take back what I said. I take back what I said in that position. I thought the knight had come from b5 and it had to go to c3 with check. Never mind. We're back. All right, Razev, good morning. Let's start recovering some time. I resolved to myself that I was going to play the King's Gambit against anyone 500 rating points away or more. Egats, folks. Do we want the isolated pawn, or do we just want to hinder his development? Yeah, I'm asking for it. I am. Is this a threat? That is a very serious threat. We don't have much of a choice here. Let's start diffusing the bomb. Let's see if we are in that much trouble. We are in that much trouble, actually. This is going to take some courageous maneuvering. Do I want to go for it? I feel like I'm going to be checkmated, but I'm very close to not being checkmated.
Check.
We're going to try our best. We have some checks and responses to checks that we're hoping to get. All right, moment of truth. How about this for a king's gambit? Somebody has to be proud, right? And now, can we keep the knight at bay? Well, I don't have much of a choice here.
Check.
I need to keep that protected, right?
Check.
One of the craziest games I think I've played in a while. Quite crazy, this position. Steinitz would be proud. Do I throw in the in-between move? I feel like I have to. We have to throw in the in-between move. Now let's just do a quick assessment of the material here. Well, that was interesting. Totally unexpected. Yes, we have to at least prepare to defend our knight. That's interesting. The knight is coming. Is it going to be mated by a pawn? Let's just do this for a moment. Before we go for knight f7 check, we have knight to b5 check. King moves to c5. Queen to g1 check. King to b4. a3. Rook to e3. Yeah, it looks like fun.
Check.
We're going for it. We're not here to win the king. We're not here to win the queen. Although we also have a mate. Oh no, he just has that? That is so sad. Well, let's just pretend like we are ready to attack.
Check.
We'll keep our protected passed pawn. We have a lot of threats. It's unfortunate the king could go back to e7. Otherwise, this would have been a lot easier. Where is my knight going, by the way? So we have knight to g4 check. We do not have knight to g4 check. It's unfortunate. Again, all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. This is unfortunate. It really is. Where is he going, though? I think he has to step right back in front of the squad. And now how to get the knight on b5 into the game. Therein lies the tale. How to get the knight on b5 into the game. From London to Saigon. Oh, that's interesting. It's unfortunate.
Victory.
Well, at least my king got castled. One crazy, crazy game. One very crazy game. How many was it? A triple bong cloud? My first actual game. That was well worth it. That one has to go down in memorable game territory. Was that game even sound? So E takes f5, e5 is necessary. d6, I'm not going to take. d4 has never been played before, with good reason. Yeah, this really asked for it here. Where are my computer assessments when I need them? This was partially planned, by the way, with Queen e1, because I'm threatening knight to knight moves with discovered check at all times. I even considered knight to g4 check here. I don't know if knight to g4 check here would have been good. Nope. We had to go with it. We had to go with the flow. King e3, knight takes h1. I did consider king to d2. We had to keep up the threat of protecting everything. King to d2 was safer. And now, would the move bishop to c5 check have been best? No, just queen takes h2. How'd roll? So we're going to recover our material and pretend like we are not afraid. Bishop to d6. Yeah, I didn't have an answer to that.
Check. 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 Check.
And here, in this particular position, did I have to take on c4? I did look at bishop to g4 check, king to f8. And then if I take on c4, king takes f7 or queen takes f7 are out because of rook to f1. So that was to be considered. King to g7 would have to be played. So I should have played bishop to g4 check. That would have been far more entertaining. After all, we are hopefully an entertainment streamer. Knight takes h8. How did I even win that game? That was craziness.
Time is running out.
Good morning, everyone. How are you, Tall Pacino, aka Quadras Vasky? Nice game in the first round that I saw. We're returning to the Caro-Kann for tournament purposes. Nice. Nice Eatonheimers. This was a Canadian-rated Rapid. The Sandman. That's like a 2-hour movie. I might be gone by then. I have a lesson after this. Knights before bishops, everyone. All right, now that bishop d3 is in place, I believe this is standard. Queen to b6 has to be considered after any other move. Let's do this. Preventing the natural development of his bishop. We have to be more mindful about it and attention to detail here. Is Lauren playing here today? He's doing double duty as a mod for chess coach Andres. Chess coach Andres, of course, who is one of the legends. Do I let him play knight to b5? I believe I do. I'm just going to continue to develop my pizzas. I have to welcome the knight moving twice. Knight to b5 would speed a long arm minority attack. We weren't going to take the knight after all. We just weren't. Our plan is to defuse the bomb on d3. That bishop is, of course, the dangerous one. Let's just develop our pieces appropriately. We are incurring the wrath of a kingside pawn storm. For what it's worth. But without the without the support of the dark squared bishop, we're going to see what's going to happen here. Tournament is going well. You should check out my first very, very crazy game. Absolute insanity. So g5 takes d3. Is our knight going to a better square? This is the other question. Knight e4, bishop h5, huh? Can I park it on e4? That is another question. Bishop e4, g5, knight h5. Bishop takes e4. Ah, it's unfortunate. We're going to have to play very conventional chess. And God help us, this is not what we're after. My next idea is hopefully just as profound as the last if they play c4. If they play c4. Lauren J.W. Doing double duty. It is so great to see Chess Coach Andra streaming. Hopefully he'll still be streaming in 1 hour. What time is it there for you? Alright, now my original thought was to play Bishop G3 here, believe it or not. I wanted to play Bishop to G3. So let's just continue on our merry way here. Sacrificing a pawn. For exactly what we were hoping to get. Not happy about this pawn sacrifice. Totally unnecessary. You are. So am I going to go absolutely nuts on this with knight takes f2, bishop to g3, and castles queenside? Or do I wish to do so? That is the question. Well, this was all part of the plan. The pawn sacrifice was to take advantage of the king being in the center. And do we have an in-between move? I'm hoping that we do. We're taking the queen with check, so... Can he guard his knight on d6? This looks like a successful pawn sacrifice. Rook on a to e8 check is happening. Queen to e7 check is happening, depending on where the queen goes. Queen doesn't have that many squares. Queen to g3, rook on a to e8 check loses just as much as anything else does. You are. Because you're... Ah. It is quite crazy that you can play this game. Oh no! I was hoping to raid him because I have a lesson after. Tell him to keep streaming so I can raid him. I am way overdue for raiding him. After all, he is a legend. I am hoping to attain legend status sooner or later. I mean, the problem is that the only others of my favorite streamers are the ladies who are always streaming, so it looks very biased if I don't get a chance to rate somebody legitimate who's not. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. I actually have to confirm my lesson by text. Hold the phone. I have another lesson at 2 o'clock in the city today, so I'm looking forward to actually being in the city. Alright, as advertised, I have to bring the last rook in. The queen is still lost, by the way. But at least I was able to get all of my pieces into the game before the end of the game. This is a much greater accomplishment. This is my accomplishment every game. That every piece needs to be in the game. Do we fork?
We will always take a stand
Or do we just play?
for the people, for the land. Let's go back to when we were young.
Yeah, we have to fork.
For the animals we stand. Let's go back to when trees were swung. Kids across the land.
Oh no! I don't want the game to end that way.
I'm coming home, Savannah. We'll never be alone, Savannah.
So we're working on it. We are working on it.
Savannah.
This cannot be fully charged.
Let's all take a roll. Savannah.
I was using that most of the evening. No, it would be my pleasure to raid him in about a half an hour, as my lesson could be at 10 o'clock. I'm actually negotiating the time now, so my lesson could be in 30 minutes, and I need about 10 minutes of downtime to collect the material and other things, because I have a very young student. Well, how long has he been streaming? He's already been streaming for 3 hours and 20 minutes.
I'm coming home, Savannah.
And of course, I would love to do an online collab lesson with him. If I had to choose a coach that was not going to be a co-streamer, I would easily choose Chess Coach Andres. But he has a rather haphazard, hectic style that is very different from mine. It is almost midnight, yeah, and depending on whether or not he has school tomorrow. As school started in Australia, there's another factor. He may have school tomorrow. But you should have seen my first game. Did you see my round 4 game, Lauren, where I had my king on e4 on move 10? I literally walked my king up to e4 like a hero. Like Magnus Carlsen in a bullet game. Yeah, check out my first game, which was round 4 or round 3. It was round 4. That was my first. The king is a fighting piece. I did it in full Steinitz fashion, by the way. Steinitz's ghost definitely appeared for that particular game. There it is. So I play the King's Gambit, and then I take on e5 very foolishly, and here we go. We're off to the races, right? There we go. I take it back. It wasn't move 10. It felt like move 10, no. It certainly felt like move 10. I apologize. So how does King of the Hill work? King of the Hill means you have to be the first to get your king into the center? Is that the story? I've never played variants where I don't know how to play chess. Yeah, queen takes h1 was a very non-thematic move. That was a terrible move on my part. King to d2 probably would have been ideal. King to d2, queen takes h2, maybe bishop takes g4. Then queen takes g2, check. So king to d2, queen takes h2. Maybe king to d3 would be the best move here. I know it says king to d2 was the best, but I mean, really? Come on. King to d3, then I'm really threatening to protect the h2 pawn with knight f3 check. How much of a difference is there between, because I'm a rook down, it is official. King to d3, it was the best move. Yes, I argued with the computer and I won. Alright, we're back to the game. And of course, how I won that game was brilliant. e4, d4, d5, or e5 for black, right? So the King of the Hill is a normal chess game, except that you also win if you get your king to e4. Right, so if you can only get to e5, if e4 is illegal, then that was how the center was explained to me by my first chess coach. I don't know how many, the metaphor does not work in New York City because people do not rake leaves. But basically in the Midwest and in other parts of the country where you rake your own leaves in the yard, you rake them all into one large pile, which would, for the children in the neighborhood, become the hill. So you could go to the local park. Good morning, Chess Bay. I was just talking about my first game, which I found out. By the way, you have the custom command, the Chess Bay. And I need to add to it because I have so many more great, cool, awesome adjectives for you, as you are that awesome. No, really, you create a really cool, awesome vibe for chess players. I could only hope to create that same vibe with the added responsibility that I have of being an educational streamer. I'm not here for entertainment. So the Chess Bay knows what the King of the Hill game means in general because, so in the Midwest, I was born in Denver and I spent summers in Minnesota. But in the fall, when you rake the leaves into a large pile in any Central Park, for example, they don't even do this in Central Park because now they use vacuums to vacuum up all the leaves in the fall. But all the local kids would go to the huge mound of leaves in the park, and one person would be at the top of the hill and the other people would try to be pushing him off the hill. So the squares e4, d4, e5, and d5 were theoretically the hill. So in a way, you're fighting to be king of the hill by pushing the other person off of e4 and e5 or d4 or d5. You're up early. It's like 6:30 in the morning. Good God. So you fooled me the other day in your stream when you mentioned that you were in the Bay Area, because for whatever reason, I actually thought of you as somewhere outside Los Angeles. Oh no! Well, I think you can use the command, !TCB. By the way, !TCB, Lauren. Some of these commands I've created for everybody to be able to use. Now I need you as a viewer because... Oh, you're from the Bay Area. Got it. You have to look into the latest of California chess politics for me. In my day, and one of my students went to Berkeley. In fact, my very first chess student ever from 1984. 1985? 1984, obviously. And it's in my bio, actually. I accidentally became a chess teacher because of a young Don Shenham, who later went to Berkeley and who later got married. I cried at his wedding, of course, because I can't believe how old I was getting back then in the 90s. I don't mind having this round off. I'm not going to nudge my opponent. I had such a hectic game in the first game. So, yeah, TCB. Wait a minute, that sounds like it could be something else. So the drawback to Swiss systems versus, this is also something good to know about. Anyway, my About page, I began accidentally teaching chess approximately 2 days after the death of Tigran Petrosian, who died on August 13th. Oh my God, so tomorrow, what day is today? Today is the 14th. So yeah, tomorrow I will have been teaching for 38 years. twice as well, maybe not twice as old as Chess Bay. Not quite twice as old as Chess Bay. Crisis averted. All right, I guess I'll attempt to raid Chessbra as well. I see Chessbra came up on the right. No, Chess Bay. I was just telling my chat that I was hoping to raid Chess Coach Andres, who has raided me a couple of times. To me, Chess Coach Andres is one of the best online streaming chess coaches because of his humor and his entertainment value. He's got both the entertainment and the instruction. And I'm hoping to get some of that. Maybe I should take lessons with him just because I need that attitude. I need that. So he's one of the legends. All of those people have either rated me or given me 10K bit donations or more. The friendly snapper turtle, yeah. So yeah, I end up raiding one of the female streamers because, and it looks bad if I'm raiding someone like Sassy Water or Chess Bay or Z-Bean every single day. It looks bad. I should be able to raid one of the male streamers that I feel are absolutely competent. But let's just say, for example, if you watch Eric on the Chess Bra, when he's playing, he's not talking as he is not talking now. I mean, he'll talk or answer chat, but I'm trying to give complete and utter instruction here. No King's Gambit this time. As I've warranted myself, maybe I still can make it a King's Gambit. Let's play a very boring game against Compantico. I do not believe that the knight belongs on c3 in a professional player's game. But my opponent is averted, and the psychology of stopping my opponent from playing his favorite opening is key. So do we play a 4 knights game, or do we play the Belgrade Gambit? Let's play the Belgrade Gambit. Let's go with Bishop d5 first, and then we'll play the Belgrade Gambit. Bishop to b5 asks him to play the Rubinstein variation. By the way, Chess Bay, knight to d4 against the 4 knights is quite good. You do sacrifice your e5 pawn, but you get massive amounts of activity for all of your pieces. And it looks like it paid off because my opponent chose a worse position here by pinning his own knight. You be me, you be you. Thank you so much, Roken. Did you see Tom Holland's? Did anyone see Tom Holland's Instagram post yesterday or the day before? Tom Holland was basically talking about addiction to Instagram and social media, and that he's basically been staying off it. Here's a position for Lauren. Here is a position for Lauren. Hold on, I have to think about this. Lauren, what is the next move of Taras Marco here? Let's see. Black is forced to play e takes d4. Yeah, I know. So, of course, you don't follow Tom Holland? Oh, Tom Holland has a great voice. I want his voice. I've thought about it. I only follow Tom Holland. He needs to redeem a follow back. I appreciate that, though, Chess Bay. I worked very hard for the follow on Instagram, and I hope that I will be worthy of it. I don't really post very often on Instagram, but when I post, it is either for artistic reasons, humor reasons, or for chess reasons. Actually, I take that back. I forgot about family reasons. There's an occasional family post every now and then, but that's it. I usually don't follow celebrities either, but I have a special place for Zendaya, as I've been able to, thanks to having daughters, follow her career. You think I post a lot? When was my last post? I post stories, that's true. The stories come and go. Rook e1, I believe, is the next move, but I'm not sure. I think it's Rook e1. I definitely just, but actually, you don't. I would say that you don't really have a style just yet, because you have this youthful cautiousness to you, which sort of averts having anything where you are affecting the game, right? Yeah, that is possibly true, but I mean, all you really need to do, because I know your rating is approximately a 1K, all you really need to do is play solidly and assertively. Solidly and assertively. And whenever your opponents give you an opportunity to win material, take it. And whenever you are in a complicated position, still try to play solidly and assertively, but make sure that nothing is given away. Bishop g5, I think, is the move in this position. I think it's forcing e takes d4. Oh no, I was supposed to play rook e1. Maybe not. I think I was supposed to play rook e1 because I was attempting to win a pawn. But this could still happen, by the way. Looks like it could still happen. Winning a pawn still happened. No, it didn't win. It didn't happen. That's unfortunate. But we did get the better pawn structure out of the deal. So now we have 2 pawn islands. Our opponent has 3 pawn islands. And we are going to now start asserting our rooks. I think he likes you, Lauren. Christina, I think it's just, remember how when you were in high school or elementary school, and the guy that liked you that didn't know how to tell you that he liked you would always pick on you? He's not fooling me. Christina could be one of my daughters. My oldest daughter is 26, Christina. My youngest daughter is a junior in college. So you may or may not be the same age as my youngest daughter. So where were we? We were getting that one in, one way or the other. Oh yeah, no, I was putting the rooks in. We need the rooks. Our rooks command. Unfortunately, I did not get my rook into the game faster or better than my opponent. But I do have the pawn structure. There's a better theory, John. Kids, do not fight now. Come on. Really? But you're still in school. I just assumed. I apologize that I assumed. My oldest did not go to university. My youngest one feels the pressure of being the one that needs to finish college. I do want to get my rooks into the game better than my opponent. There is a potential back rank threat that I want to keep alive in this position. I want to keep the f5 squares available to me. I also want to put my rook on the 7th rank now that he's allowed me to. Very kind of him. Knight takes c6 as a threat. And my pawn structure remains superior. So my rook is guarded by knight takes c6 because of rook e8. You know, I'm not going to play it just yet. I'm going to make certain that we keep absolute control over this position, because now we've gotten both of our rooks into the game faster and better than our opponent. I would love to do an online lesson collaboration where we go over the trending games, historically, the trending games of... Well, this is awkward. I don't really like to move pawns. A4 could have been better. A4 could have been better. I am mildly concerned about the weakness of my back rank. Mildly. But I have enough pressure in this position that my opponent should feel it. And now he's given me an opportunity to centralize myself. He's going to fix the B3 pawn as a weakness. Good for him. So king to f6 is a problem. But does he have a way to attack me? Alright, this is actually what I was waiting for. Finally, an opportunity to win material. Winning material by removing the defender. This is all we did, Christina. We just kept playing solidly, and more solidly until our opponent gave us free material. Uh-oh. I can't take it. He's got bishop c4 check. He should have saved that move. Because now I have another one coming. He should have saved that move. And while he's thinking that I'm after the f7 pawn, I'm actually after the other pawn. My knight is a beast on the 4th rank. Just a review for Christina from the other day. A knight on the 3rd rank is actually worth a knight. A knight on the 4th rank is worth a bishop. This bishop and this knight are equal in value. If I were able to outpost a knight on the 5th rank, oh, that's kind of a bummer. What do I have to do with this fellow? Let's keep him busy as I invade with my king.
Check. Check.
Oh no. Is this real? You can't do it yet. Yeah, this is a very real threat. I was at the start, falling in love. I'm still after everything that I mentioned that I was after before. Uh-oh. I got checkmated. King f6 was a brilliant move on his part. I'll let everybody soak in the checkmate for a moment, as this one is going into my book. Wait a minute. What? Aren't you a sub? You're not a sub? Why is she not a sub? Alright, I'm going to let the opponent play the checkmate. Very good. Good work. You're not a sub? You should never not be a sub. Let me take care of that as part of my... What in the world is going on? I can't seem to do it. Oh, I can't do it in my Twitch thingamajiggy. Maybe I can do it over here. You seem to be blocked out. Are you not a sub? Oh, you are a sub. You should not get ads. Oh, namaste. Thank you, Christina. Yeah, no, there are other ways to avoid ads, which I don't necessarily tell people about because we do want our viewers to subscribe. I'm a tier 3 for the chess bay, by the way. You got your badge, your 2-month subscriber badge. At 3 months, you move up from the yellow belt.
Searching for a longer
Yeah, thanks. I want to commend Zalakai, by the way. If you are looking for sub badges, Zalakai did these dojo belts for me. So interestingly enough, as you move up through the ranks, you'll achieve a black belt. I believe the last one should be a red belt, depending on the martial art that you're studying. I know, I like it. Actually, I'm not sure if yours is just chess moves. I don't think you have anything set up for tier 3, so I've tested you there. You've got double X-Clam for tier 3.
Time is running out.
Oh no, I have to play another game? I was enjoying my time with Christina. I don't get her in the stream very often. You know how awkward it is to try to talk to your favorite streamers? Typing, it's just very awkward. Alright. Christina, G6 or E6? No pressure. I play every opening. C5 is the third candidate move. So my candidate moves here are C5, E6, and G6. Bad Santa. Bad Santa. Someone pick a chess move for me. It doesn't really matter to me what opening I play. Doesn't have to have all the pressure on Christina. Yeatenheimer is G6 because he likes the King's Indian. He is, are you going to be 2,500 soon? Alright, now, D5, C5, and Bishop G7. Quick! Someone! D5, C5, or I can play D5 now, Christina, because I have a target to go to with my knight.
Do it! Just do it!
Alright, fine. I like the Grunfeld. The Grunfeld is far better than the King's Indian. And this is actually going to be one for Yeatenheimers, as he likes to play the Accelerated Dragon. And I don't believe in H3 against the... I don't believe Namaste, Yeatenheimers. Namaste, Ishmael, for the Just Do It. Oh my god, I think I'm getting crushed now. I'm definitely getting crushed by the 4 pawns attack. Maybe I can survive. Maybe. Just maybe I can survive. Empty house and neon lights. Christina, do you ever sing on stream? I am not necessarily a singer. I know, right? You are, well, wait a minute. Now, we have several categories of favorite streamer. Kingslayer Sloan will not win the award for favorite female streamer. Favorite female streamer, you're going to have a tough time with. Okay, let's just put it that way. I don't want to commit my, knight just yet. I mean, my queen just yet to any square. Notice how I'm not committing the stronger pieces at all to a particular square. Now my opponent has cowered. And he's given me the C5 square. Which doesn't really mean anything. What? Hold on here, I have to do some math. It's true, I can't take advantage of this. That's craziness. I can't take advantage of this? This sounds like the girl that's, this girl who is singing. Sounds a lot like Can I play? Hold on here, I just have to do the math. If I play A5, E5, A5, E5, I have to go after that one. Unfortunately, I have to go after the D5 pawn. That's his only weakness. Fortunately, I'm attacking D5 3 times. I'm attacking D5 with the queen indirectly, the bishop, and the knight. I really wanted to play A5, because if knight takes, then I have knight takes E4. And A5, I intended on meeting any pawn push with. Now can I do it? So A5, E5, unfortunately B4, yes I can play it. Because he put his bishop on D2, I can now push B4, E5, E5, B4, E takes F6, B takes C3, bishop takes C3, bishop takes F6. I actually have to throw in rook takes E1 check first. I could have also just taken a free pawn. Why didn't I consider that possibility? Uh-oh, we have a little bit of a problem, Houston, on this square. We do have a problem on that square as well. And now for something completely different. It looks like B3 is going to attack a queen. I don't want to waste more time. Can you believe how much you start to like non-copyrighted music? Terrible, right? So now the moment of truth issue is, after E takes F6, do I need to take the bishop right away? I don't think I do. After E takes F6, I may be able to play either queen takes or bishop takes. But I like having the D3 square for my knight. I really do like having the D3 square for my knight. So now, knight to D3, E takes F7. This is not a good move. I repeat, this is not a good move. But we're going to have to make it a good move because he has knight E4. Game has descended into chaos. I have an unprotected bishop on B7. Always be mindful of your unprotected pieces. If you leave a piece unprotected, well, this is quite nice of him. Now we have the open E file. We have complete control over this diagonal. We have the queen coming in. We have the pawn hanging. Rook E3 is my first thought. For multiple reasons, by the way. I want to capture on... well, that did not stop me from playing rook to E3. Right? Now the moment of truth. Do we continue loading or overloading? This pawn is now pinned with the help of the bishop. The knight is being threatened. Knight to E5 is the interesting move, and we're forced into a little bit of an exchange sacrifice. Or maybe the discovery is okay. After all, if king takes, then bishop can move on to capture even more material, or set up a mating net, maybe with bishop to D4 later on. So we have a few different options here. He can try to cut me off, by the way, with knight E5. This is a great tactic 9 times out of 10. It just isn't a great tactic here because his king has to take the rook. My next move will be a surprise, because I can't tell everybody everything. Oh, there it is. Our next move is in. Probably could have captured first, and then played bishop to d4 check, but I don't have any way in with my queen. Do I have any way in with my queen? Uh-oh.
Check.
Life is becoming difficult for my opponent. Is this endgame winning for me? Check. Bishop takes d5. Yes, it's winning. We throw in the complementary, removing the defender. And then we go after the g2 square. Now all we need... Now my draw button is disabled, by the way. Everybody should note that my draw button is disabled in Lee Chess. I just don't do it. Just don't offer draws. It makes you less of a person. Does he have a perpetual check? I don't think so. I should have just played bishop takes, though.
Check.
Feels like a dynamite, ready to explode right up in the sky. We're going to pick everything off with check. This is the endgame that I envisioned. And now if my opponent is not being polite, he will play on. We are going to win this game without moving any king, without moving our king. Yes, we're going to win this game without moving our king. Twitch does have some teeth. I received a copyright strike yesterday on YouTube. Yeah, I think offering a draw in a losing position should get him booted out of the dojo. I should actually... Yeah, funny ban, right? Reindeer 2007, this is not polite behavior. We don't have dirty flags in the dojo. Dirty flags do not exist in this dojo. That's gotta go on a shirt. Dirty flags do not exist in this dojo. It's very long. That's a very long one. I need to make an icon out of it. Dirty flags must be an emote. I need a dirty flag emote with a cross through it. Anyone? Dirty flags do not exist in this dojo. I can. And you will be king. Nothing. So now, I said that we were not going to we're not going to move our king to win this game. Get your speed up, John. What? You're going there? You will be king. But Christina, I had another great one as well. I don't know if it was inspired by Instagram or Twitter. I can't remember. Oh, wait. It was a meme by Jules Gambit. I have to give her a shout out. Right after I give Chespe the shout out. Because she's higher on the scale. Jules Gambit has a great YouTube page. Oh, the shout out has a time lapse on it. First time I caught Jules Gambit yesterday. Oops. I didn't mean to send it twice. I didn't realize that after the 5 seconds it would already do it. Not to be outdone, the chill California streamer, Chespe. Would you be up for some training? Doesn't have to be on stream. I'll send you a Zoom link. I've done this with Rogan as well. The streamer-to-streamer courtesy. Who's toxic? Yeah, I think that this may warrant a ban. Where are we, on the rapid? This is not cool. I don't know if he's in the stream. Rendir 2007, are you in the stream? But he's no longer... Can I not select him while he's in the middle of a game? I can't select him while he's in the middle of a game. Not cool.
Victory.
He's not in the Master Chess Dojo. He's not in the normal Master Chess Dojo, by the way. Well, he may have left. That was really not cool. I know, I reverse toxic him, by the way. I did. I reverse toxic him by telling him I was going to kick him out of the dojo. You know what? Where do I want to defeat you in? I'll play e4. I resolved to myself that I'm going to play e4. It doesn't really matter what I play. John gets chat by mail. Discord, indeed. Please check out the socials, subscribe to the YouTube. I really do not post as... I think of all of them, I post the least on Discord. I don't think Christina has a Twitter account. Yeah, I promised myself that I was going to go with the Meroxy bind this time around. And for Yeatnheimers, I would recommend the Knight F6, Knight C3, Knight takes D4, Queen takes D4, D6 line maybe. The English opening, yes. So, Christina, this is my recommendation on both sides of the English opening and against the Accelerated Dragon. You can play this exact line against the English opening as well. C4, C5, any, Knight F6, any, D5. c takes d5, knight takes d5, knight c7, and then you orchestrate and engineer. Then you orchestrate and engineer. We have to not allow this for too long. The knight takes e4 trap is only there for so long. But I do need my knight to be able to go to a4. Usually I feel like the queen should go to that square, right? So now I believe I can play, or maybe I can't play bishop e3. I want to reserve the right to be able to play f4 later. So my bishop is just struggling here. So bishop e3, knight takes e4, bishop to b6, queen to d7. I feel like I'm off by one move. It's possible that I needed to be We're going with this one to reserve the right to play bishop g4 later as well. Also, this prevents f5 on the part of the opponent. So I'm struggling against him playing pawn breaks with b5 and pawn breaks with f5. So those are his two major pawn breaks if he would like to get in. So he's got to control the d3 square. Fine. We do have to threaten. Knight e5 is one of the reasons why I wanted to be able to reserve f4 and f5. So for example, with the bishop on e2, this move was not possible. Whoa! How are you recapturing, sir? How are you recapturing this? Bishop g5, e takes f5. Bishop takes c5. Let's see what he takes back with first. You are. What's an exchange between friends? Bishop takes. Very annoying. Very annoying, sir. Knight e4 was my preferred go-to plan, but my white squares are excruciatingly weak right now. I go back to the start. Falling in love. So now we have a nice, better pawn structure endgame. Do I lose the exchange in this position? I don't know. It looks like I'm losing the exchange, doesn't it? So that means that we have to sacrifice it. Better to sacrifice the exchange and have lived than to have never sacrificed at all. No, you know what? I've reformatted my lessons a little bit now, Rogan. I think you'd like it. You were a little bit of an eye-opener for me for an adult student. I expect more from oh no! Did he get away with this? That's rude. Oh, fine. For anyone who hasn't seen my video on memorable games, I have a great memorable games compilation. Oh no, he took that route. Yeah, I lose a piece to a fork. Nicely done, Yeatenheimers. Let's check out this game again, since the chess bay may still be here. It's true. My lessons are built a little bit on stamina, chess bay. So as a result, I've noticed when I've given a number of other streamers online training, especially streamers like yourself that are not going to be playing in tournament games, Yash Chess, I believe you've missed the cutoff. We are now in round what? What round are we in? This is the last round that has started, Yash Chess, but what you can do is add the Google Calendar, especially when I move up my events during the weekday to 5 a.m., whatever time zone you're in. 5 a.m. my time in New York City is 2 a.m. Christina time. I will be streaming. You might be surprised. Velcrodot is playing in over-the-board chess now, and she was right where you were 2 years ago, and I think that she is really taking a liking to it, and I want to train her for the Olympiad team, because the Canadian Olympiad team is real for her. She can reach 2,000. She has 2 years to do it. If where were we? What were we talking about here? Please join the dojo for announcements. The Master Chess Dojo Monday through Friday, and the Master Chess Dojo Rapid and Classical. The Master Chess Dojo Rapid and Classical on weekends. And of course you have the Master Chess Dojo 360. And be certain to the Google Calendar. That's what I was looking for. The Google Calendar will reflect changes in the streaming schedule. It also contains, as well as possibly 3,000 chess player birthdays. Ron Hay. Ron, of course, is already a legend. I need to amend his. Whoops. If I can spell it right. I'm coming home. Let's see whether he chooses solidly or assertively. There are two different ways of going about this. Solidly, and then there's assertively. This is a good move, by the way. This is a very real move. He's transposing into one of the many main lines. However,
Just to find somewhere that finally feels like home. Oh, oh, oh. I hate all this overthinking. Oh, 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 oh.
I'm going to play this terrible move, by the way. This terrible move is fascinating. I don't think it's very good. The two types. I'm sorry to hear that. You will be here I will be here every single day. Or not. Alright, now the moment of truth. I was trying to gambit something, but he didn't bite. Basically, he knew that if he took on d4, I was going to be playing e5. Now I'm wondering if I still have it. I'm going to go for it. This is a very unusual line that I'm playing. Believe it or not, I first read about this line in Traps and Zaps by Bruce Pandolfini. So if you do go to my Twitter page, Christina, you'll see a photo at the top of my Twitter page. I need to get that same photo for my banner on Twitch or on Instagram. But at the top of the photo, you have 3 grandmasters and 2 prominent chess teachers in the photo at the top of my Twitter, the banner photo. And you've got myself and Bruce Pandolfini, who was supposed to have lunch with me this summer, and we never quite got there. You want to reach 3rd? I just want to be a better player. Zephyr with his first month badge. Great to have you. This is thanks to Ron, who has gifted 20 subs to the community. It may well be official that it's official that Ron has now gifted more subs than I have to the channel. Yes, yes. The e4 pawn is hanging, but the d4 knight is no longer under pressure. Knight takes c6 was the plan. Note the solid play on my part. That's all I'm asking for, is solid play on my part. Solid, diligent, daily, determined play. That's it. Every single day. And the other thing, the only reason I don't play viewers, let's just say, or random games, Christina, is because I like the accountability of an event. Basically, you're also training yourself for other events, because the integrity of the event is inferred. What is going on, folks? Do I play f3 or queen f3 or queen d5? Queen d5 looks very, very sketchy. I like it. Queen d5, bishop e6. Queen d5, bishop e6, queen takes c5, queen takes e4 check. I am going for it. Possibly the most forcing move that I have. Basically, on a move like b6, I get to play knight e5. So any move like b6, I get to play knight e5, and on any move that is not b6, I'm also planning on playing very, very solidly and assertively. Fueled by thunder at the horizon. So I still have better pawn structure. I do not have the better bishop, though, unfortunately. I wish I had the better bishop. Just playing solidly and assertively. What's Ron's IRL rating? He's actually stronger than that. So basically, I mean, ironically...
Check.
But you're allowed to, Christina, you are allowed to play aggressively and recklessly because you are young. Imagine yourself being like a young boy in the schoolyard. Okay? Just imagine that for a moment. I blundered there. My pawn was perfectly placed on c3. All I had to do was wait with c4. I needed to wait with c4. Because I played it so soon, I am running the risk of not winning. Let's see here. Can I trap the bishop? It looks like I can trap the bishop, but he has b5 at the end. Alright, we'll try it. What's the worst that could happen? I haven't gotten my rooks to the best squares first. Now my ready to explode right up in the sky. I need you to listen, I need you to hear. And the place I've been flying from town to town. Saigon, I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul. You know it's bad. You know it's bad when you are singing along night, yeah. Uh-oh. Is he threatening mate in any way, shape, or form? I need to think about this for a brief moment in time. What is the difference between these two squares? I don't necessarily see the difference between the two squares. I've been flying from town to town. Yes. I'm not taking it that way, though. Oh my god, he did have a point. He did have a point. Very annoying. So does he have check? Then he has a discover check. And what does the discover check do? Goes after my c4 pawn. And you will be king. And nothing. It's for one day. Just for one day. Oh no.
Check.
Yes, indeed. Nice work, Ron. Now with a 5-second time delay, there is no dirty flag here.
Time is running out. You lose.
Not bad. But I have been losing 3 games in each event lately. Dreams are sweet. Alright, easy on the euphemisms, Zephyr, just a little bit. I don't mind swearing, cursing, or other things. We don't want to get anyone too excited. Zephyr did not quite make it. I needed to beat Ron for Zephyr to make it. I do want to see that trap again, though. I do want to see this trap. So, I don't play this opening regularly, Christina. In fact, I don't play any or all of these openings regularly. Basically, it was not the opening that lost me this game. The knight to d2 is thought to be a terrible move, by the way, and I played it on purpose. The purpose is that after knight takes d4, I play e5, I believe. And I'm supposed to get a really good center. Oh, I win a piece. Right. Now I win a piece if bishop takes d4. I win a piece here. This wins a piece. Because on queen takes, I get to play knight to c4, and I performed this on John Kennedy, another chess coach and trainer. I got this guy at the Manhattan Chess Club in 1989. I played this against him. I believe he desperadoed with knight c2 check, but that only helps my position. He hallucinated that he might be able to take. It's possible that he desperadoed with knight f3 check, trying to take on b2. That was more like it. Yeah, he desperadoed here, and of course he doesn't have. So this is a trap, and of course if knight takes d4, c takes d4, the same trap does not completely work because they can recapture with the bishop. So therefore, after knight takes d4, you have to play the same exact move. And after c takes d4, bishop takes d4, knight to c4 wins the piece back for a pawn. So right now, we're taking a third piece. And I'm curious as to why this doesn't work. Why was this not played on Lichess? Has anyone played it on Lichess? Let's look at the Lichess database. So Christina, you have your player database. You can see I've never played this opening before, except now. I have played this position before, and I've played bishop c4 43 times. I have played knight takes d4 4 times, and I even tried bishop to b5 and won with that once of the 48 games I've played with this line. So you can access all of this information from the one table. You can see what the lead chess players do. Percentages are better with bishop c4. The Goring gambit / Danish gambit is also very exciting. Very, very important to pay attention to this. It is said that Magnus Carlsen uses the lead chess player database for his opening preparation in order to see what people actually play as opposed to what Stockfish plays. What is the human move in the position that will get people into trouble? Uh-oh, 10:36. I forgot about my lesson. So, is ChessBase streaming? We need to raid somebody brand new today. We could raid Eric Hansen. Let's do it. Let's raid him. And we will get Christina's sub in, I believe. Because I didn't see a notification for her sub. I'm a little worried. My Streamlabs got messed up. I don't see it in my... how did she sub so quietly? I don't see the Streamlabs sub, but she did sub. Duels Gambit, mod actions, this, that, the other thing. I'm looking at every setting. Let's see if it shows up in the ending credit. You don't want me to raid Chess Bra? No, I lost indeed. Ron Hay is a very brutal opponent. He is a legend. He is one of the legends. I don't want to keep my student waiting. I'm going to give Christina one more shout out before we go. Ladies first, Kingslayer Sloan, please follow. The problem with raiding strong streamers, even the other day, is that they have, if they're on Chess TV, they don't acknowledge any raids. So it's very tricky. They may acknowledge chess.com raids, but they don't acknowledge any other raids. Let's roll our ending credits so I can thank everybody. Congratulations to Yeatonheimers on winning the tournament, Ron for finishing in third, Compontico. We have our mods to thank. Mad Quick Chess in the house. Mad Quick Chess, a retired streamer. And I didn't see the new follows. It's possible we didn't have any. No new follows this stream. And ChessBase, very elusive sub, somehow slipped in. I was going to gift her, but needless to say, have a great afternoon, everyone. Christina, I hope to see you on much later tonight, or later this afternoon, whatever you choose to stream, I'll be there. I have to refund the applause because I don't think I'm refunding the applause. All right, cheers and ciao, everyone. Christina, Rogan, Ron, everyone, great to have you.